I'm completing the M.W.S program now, so I'll graduate in a little bit. But all of the classes of the master's program have been built on one another: biblical foundations, history of worship, understanding your context, and then finally addressing things from a multicultural perspective. So that's been really good. Each one is built on the other. So I did a project in 503, which was to design a service in the previous context that I had been a part of, designing a service that would be meaningful to your congregation. Under having gone through a semester of understanding my congregation, the context I served in, putting together an actual significant portion of the paper that dealt with the history of the church and then how it kind of led up to that particular point. So once I finally understood and had a whole semester's worth of studying my congregation and actually critically thinking about how they were and just the way that they worshiped and the setting that I was in, I was able to craft a worship service that was especially meaningful to them because I had spent an entire semester reading about and being aware of the culture around me, and then that helped fine-tune the stuff that I could what I could put together in the worship service, and it made it more meaningful to them. And it was something that not only did I do for a project, but I took that project and just plugged it in and said, well, here's what we're going to do. And it was meaningful because it reflected that culture, it reflected who they were, because I'd spent all semester learning about them and reading.